Hey folks, Grant here, popping in before the episode starts to let you know that we have merch now. So we got the merch store up. It is active. We got a We Cool logo coffee mug on there. I just ordered one for myself. It's pretty slick. We got some crew neck and t-shirt options with just the We Cool text on there, and then we have a low contributor option as well, and those are active now. So go check out the website, the web store. It is grantwinklescomedy.com/store for the time being. And yeah, I wanted to we'll be plugging it on the next couple episodes, but I wanted to let you guys know that if you're looking for some Christmas gifts or to put some extra cash in the boys' pockets this holiday season, I think you should still be able to get merch by Christmas if you order in the next week or so. So yeah, check that out and let us know what you guys think. Thank you all so much and enjoy the episode.
Have you ever been late for work because your phone updated and then you don't get your alarm doesn't go off? Have you ever had that happen?
No.
That happens to me every single time my phone updates, my alarm doesn't go off.
Dude,
I feel like. Because I saw I have
that.
one.
I've never heard of that.
Do you know what? Okay. Do you know what? My roommate Clay. My roommate Clay. He does so he can't get up from his alarm. You know, he just doesn't get. I have to wake him up. I hear his alarm in his room, and I'm waking up from my room, and I go, "Hey, you have to go to work, man." And then he's like, "Oh," and then he fucking gets up. But he'll do this thing where I was up early one morning. There's the thumbs up again, and it makes me mad every single time.
I actually tried to turn it off this week, and I couldn't figure it out, so I'll keep trying.
I love that I thought I was going to be able to figure it out.
Dude, but Clay he'll get up, like I'll be up in the morning like doing stuff, and then Clay will come in and be like, "Dude, my alarm didn't go off." And I'm like, "Yes, it did." You're not like I guarantee you your iPhone's not making a mistake.
Yeah.
Like your phone
Yeah.
You're not. I guarantee. Like, also, what he does too is he an alarm will go off, and then in his sleep he will turn it off, and he won't remember.
Yeah.
And I've heard him do this, and he's like, "No, dude, I set my alarms, and they just turn off at night."
Now, I'm very
And I'm like-
familiar with this
I'm like-
move. This is a
like,
classic
wait,
lazy
don't-
slob move
Yeah,
right
I
here.
turned my alarm
Yeah,
off.
I'm like, "No, dude, you got drunk last night.
You wanted to
woke
sleep
up
longer.
and you right, and you're a blackout. You turned off your alarms because." You don't want to go to work. That's what's happening.
You physically cannot go to work.
Dude, both my roommates are not getting up from their alarms. I'm waking up.
Your body is rejecting work. That's what's happening.
Dude, this is an apology. I've demanded this apology before, but from both my roommates, get up from your alarms. I wake up immediately from my alarm.
Yeah.
I don't know, Monica. Sorry, I'm going to introduce the podcast. We Cool Podcast, a podcast where we apologize for things. We have Monica, who's in town in Minneapolis. You're doing
Monica Nevi.
Monica Nevi, yes, that is my name.
Are you doing Sisyphus?
No, I'm doing CCU.
Doing Comedy Corner?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay, well that's one apology I'll demand out the gate.
What they gotta make something that you can a wearable alarm that'll just shock you. You need a dog
actually,
collar.
shake you.
You need a shock collar for Cave and
Those
and
beds,
Clay.
those are the beds that you could put a quarter in that
Yeah.
vibrated. The naughty beds get that though for so it just shakes
That's
you.
just gonna make Clay horny in his sleep. Though,
Yeah,
I feel.
it's just gonna wake up with a bigger boner, and then
First off,
then turn off his alarm.
Turn the
First off, my
vibrations off.
roommates, my roommates' names are Cave and Clay. What's going on? Cave. One guy's name is Cave.
He lives with 10th century men.
Yeah, what cave is he named after?
Any cave.
Clay Cave.
Dude.
He's named after.
Clay. And fucking, I wake up. Cave. First off, Cave doesn't have a bed. So
you can't shake
I
that
wake up
one.
and he's sleeping on.
You gotta shake the floor.
Yeah.
He's sleeping on blankets on the floor, and I'm like, how is this not enough to just get you up?
I
You know
can't
what I mean?
believe these
How
guys
are you
don't
asleep
wake.
in the first place?
I can't believe these guys don't wake up to their alarm.
Yeah, you're telling me these guys don't have their shit together?
Well, it's just like,
That's why-
how are
okay,
you
so-
having a sound sleep on the floor? Like, how are you in deep REM
That's why
sleep?
they have to black out so they can go to sleep in the first place.
It's a real catch-22 situation.
You're in like you basically are a third roommate of like what Frank and Charlie and Always Sunny essentially.
I'm like, oh my God, I'm 27 years old. I'm waking up both my roommates every morning, and I'm like, guys, figure it out.
You're like a madam at an old school like boarding house from the,
I'm like, boys,
1920s.
They're
I have like
always
a
in trouble.
paddle.
Yeah, hitting them with the
Banging
broom.
Pots and pans, just slamming them together.
Honestly, Tommy,
Yeah.
you and your roommates do look like the cast of Home Alone a little bit too.
Yeah, they're the guy.
It's you and the two
Yeah.
robbers,
Oh, that's
but
so good.
they got a place together.
The two robbers they're trying to.
Dude, that is so funny, and that will be a Halloween costume.
You gotta set some booby traps for them to wake them up. I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
Some
paint
Rube
can.
Goldberg machine that
Paint can swinging down into Clay's head.
Oh
Yeah.
my fucking God. Okay, we are getting way more thumbs up than we did at any point. This is
Yeah.
becoming an issue.
Well,
I closed
here's what it like. I don't think it's not possible that this is a hacker, right? Because
No, it's
now
just-
we're
it's just
recording on a
this.
different.
it's
But
this.
we aren't giving that many thumbs up.
See, it keeps
cut-
coming
put
from
them away,
me, too,
man.
because
Put the
the-
thumbs.
I think
Oh,
it's just
yeah,
how I
does it-
hold the mic. I gotta. We might have to cut my thumbs off, dude. That's the only way to. We couldn't figure
It's
out.
like
how to-
Sorry.
you go through the troubleshooting on the Zoom settings. It's just like
okay, the last
Yeah.
thing is to just cut your
It
thumbs
literally
off.
says cut Ryan's thumbs off. Why does it say my name on it? Yeah, dude. I guess I shouldn't have had such
Yeah.
strong thumbs.
Mhm.
Shouldn't have done all those thumb workouts.
That's basically my week, though, is I've been waking up my roommates a lot. What's been going on with you guys? How are the shows? Talk to me, baby.
Does that
Baby,
mean
talk.
should I-
Baby,
okay.
talk to me. Give me a little mini. Give me a little
I
Minneapolis
gotta wake
update.
up
I'm
my
dying
roommates
over
all
here.
the time too. That it's my wife and child, so it's a little different. I had shows last night. Was great. Was sold out. Minneapolis is cold and people want to be inside. I think so.
Mhm. Yeah, you're here at the right time.
because
to
it
do
actually
comedy.
it's kind of nice right now too, though. It's
Well,
like,
they're like
30s and
swarm.
40s is good
Ooh.
for this time of year.
Yeah. Last night, I'm gay. Just last night. No,
I found out a lot about myself last night.
We're gonna put in a little applause break in post.
Wait,
there.
hold on.
Just
Which one's
so
the-
you know, hold on.
Also, where's
we
the
say it
thumbs up
again?
for that?
Yeah.
Okay.
What the hell?
Yeah,
There's a
yeah.
thumbs
Oh,
down
yeah.
on
As soon as
the
you say,
camera.
yeah,
Thing
Zoom
here.
thumbs down that for some reason. All right. I
There
don't know
was
about that.
Bad
a lot of
Zoom.
other queer comics on the show, which was great. And then for some reason, the whole front row was all facing us and all straight guys, bald white guys, like all sitting in the
Damn.
front. And it was like, wait, are you guys in the right place? Are we in the
Yeah.
right place? What happened? Which we eventually do talk about, but they were, it's Minnesota. Everyone's
Dude,
so
when there's a
polite,
bunch
so-
of bald white guys in a row like that, doesn't it feel like you're performing for clones?
Yeah,
you know,
it's
where
like,
you
well,
are all the same
And
guy.
I was like, do you all know each other? And they were like, no.
no, this is just
I was
this is the
like, what the
craziest
fuck?
coincidence.
And you're actually surprised. You're like,
It
what the
was-
fuck?
Yeah,
man?
I was really confused.
This isn't a holiday party of
Well,
the
we do-
Fraternal Brotherhood of the Police or something.
Right.
We do seat baldies up front. That is, a policy
Wait,
that we
I'm
have
sorry.
at Comic Con
Farther
Underground.
from the door.
Did all of them come to the show individually?
No.
Or did they have?
That would be funny though if they were like, well, this is the bald white guy area, so we'll just
Yeah,
put
like
you up here
I was
too.
thinking like maybe
was
one
like-
guy.
Sir, I know you
sat
want
up
to sit with your
front.
wife, but
Right,
we
but
have a
You're
designated
gonna
area.
need to put a
I think I
wig
gotta
on.
sit over here with this guy who looks like me.
It was like these three guys came together, and then these two, and then these. Like there was different groups, but they were still all sitting in the front.
I feel like I understand why you would want to hang out with other bald guys as a bald guy, because then you can like kind of showcase your actual stuff that, like, you know what I mean, like what you're bringing to the table. You're going against a blank
I
slate of
see.
other
So
bald
if there's
men.
other guys with hair,
Plus
you're
they're-
automatically
Right,
you're being compared
Yeah.
on a different scale.
Just
None
I
of
got
you are bald, though,
one of
no.
them is one of them's like got like 3 hairs coming out of his head, and he's just acting really cocky. he's like, yeah.
got that like the cul-de-sac thing where they like leave it around the sides.
He's like the cool guy.
He
Kind of the
looks
high
like-
guy in the group. I don't know if you guys can
He
tell.
looks like Homer Simpson.
Yeah.
I would assume whoever's got, because most of them had beards. So I think one guy
Gotta have a
didn't, but
beard.
they gotta have a beard. Yeah, so it's like you make up for it. Or
Otherwise, you look like
something,
Mr. Clean, just like after, because no one's gonna be that buff.
You gotta,
know? No one
you
has
gotta
the-
be buff if you're going like cue ball look. I
God,
think.
dude, it
Yeah.
seems so. That might be the worst thing that could happen to a man.
Go
Is
bald.
to
I
go
think
bald,
I think if you have like a strong,
It happens to so many of you.
I would rather be in a wheelchair.
It's
I
going
think.
to
If I
happen
were-
Worst
to
thing that
us.
could happen to anybody.
I was coming from you guys.
all right,
with your hair.
sorry to our bald listeners.
Yeah.
It's actually fine.
Sorry to James Stanley.
Sorry
Sorry
to all
Yeah.
the dudes sitting in the front row last night.
It's okay. First off, it would be the worst thing to happen to like me because I have, like, if I went bald, I would look really scary.
You're
and
going
gross.
full alien.
Do you have a
mode.
weird shaped head? That's what I'm always worried about.
I have a
people
tiny,
losing their
I have a
hair.
tiny head.
Big
I'm
ears.
skinny, and I don't have like I feel like you have to have like masculine features to pull off bald.
You would look
you
like
know?
a bald boy. Like just like
Yeah,
a
I would
little
look
boy.
You look like a child
sick
with cancer.
Yeah, it would look. It would be gross.
That's true.
I will say though, if you're a guy, to like Grant's point, like if you're the only bald guy with a bunch of guys who have hair, people are like, that guy's bald.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have a bald guy with a bunch of bald guys, they're like, that guy has a nice shirt.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. We're
Yeah.
showcasing
You have other qualities.
elements.
There you
yeah.
go.
You're
Yeah,
showing
you-
off some other qualities. Be like, oh wow, he looks like he has a nice
Look at that mustache.
sweet.
yeah.
Look at sweet eyes. This man has sweet eyes.
Well, that
you
was
know?
the thing with all those guys. One of them had a really long beard, and he definitely stood out because he had
He was the alpha.
something else. Yeah, he answered a lot of their questions. Honestly, yeah.
They kind of
As the-
just without even speaking nominated him to be
Yeah,
the
he was
spokesperson for the
definitely
group.
the sassiest.
I have the most hair. I have the
he has
I have
the
the
most
talking
hair.
hair. I have the
I have
talking
the
hair.
tallest
Well, I
beard
did
in all
then
the
ask
land.
them about their bodies, which I probably shouldn't have, but I was like, there's a lot
Yeah.
going on down
Yeah.
here, right? That's what I always assume. And they were like, yeah,
It just migrates. Yeah.
I guess.
Go into
Guys, let's-
warmer parts for the for the winter of this man's life.
Going south for someone.
It's
Yeah.
becoming fall.
You
of
couldn't
his
really
life,
do that
so.
to a group of women as like a male comedian. I couldn't be like, let's explore each other's bodies real quick.
Yeah, what do you got?
What y'all got?
You're all
What's-
bleach blonde.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what are your pubes colors?
Yeah.
You know, you can't like.
Or
What
Yeah.
are
Let's
plucking
talk.
hairs out of your nipples?
Going to a
What are you
bald
doing?
woman, like, what, you got some hairy tits then? Or what?
Yeah. Let's enter in the pube corner. What do we
Where
got
did this go?
pube wise?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Damn, dude. That's what they say,
What's that?
with bald women, that it goes straight to the boobs.
Yeah. I mean, it's the worst thing that could probably happen to anybody is going bald as a woman, because that is shocking no
Yeah.
matter
Yeah,
when and where you
I
see
mean,
it.
you know, that's the one thing about women's hair, though. There's just more products for it and stuff. Like you
Yeah.
could hide the fact that you were bald
Yeah.
as a woman.
We have, like,
probably
3
easier than you
things,
could.
yeah.
And they're all kind of shitty.
Yeah, one will like fuck up a baby if you touch it with it. One will. I'm pretty
what?
sure Rogaine. If you have like Rogaine on your hands and you grab a baby,
It'll just
The
become
baby
a wolf.
I think it fucks up the baby,
Turn
dude.
into a
It
wolf.
fucks up the baby.
Well, no.
Like,
So-
we gotta reset this
Or
baby.
maybe it's in your. Maybe it seeps into your cum and then
oh,
Wait,
then
hold on.
you
It'll
have
have
a
a
baby.
That's
it's fucked up baby.
the baby
the
comes out
thing-
bald.
So we're both on.
you steal the baby's
You
hair.
steal the baby's
Having a
hair.
baby and being embarrassed that it's bald and being like, we have to get this child on Rogaine.
I'm not gonna raise a bald child.
I
I'm
don't
not
think I
gonna
can-
raise a loser bald baby.
Can we just leave this one here? Can we leave this at the hospital?
Definitely Propecia, which we both take, I think. Right?
Yeah, I take Rogaine.
Yeah. Oh, you
Yeah.
take. You don't
I don't
take the pill.
I stopped taking the pill,
So
brother.
you gotta have a fucking up baby then.
So, but
Did you
If-
take
the
if I get
pill,
someone
the pill
pregnant,
will
yeah.
get into your cum, and then that if you get
Oh,
somebody
but-
pregnant,
but
the
Rogaine
baby's
won't?
weird. I don't know.
Dude.
Wait, what do you mean it
Into
gets
your
into your
brain.
cum?
It like I think it's a hormone. It's like a hormone dose.
Wait, who's putting it in my cum?
You got to sprinkle it in.
Well, that's you take the pill and then you blow into the tip of your penis.
Oh, so it's just there when
Yeah.
that makes sense.
It's like loading an old musket.
Yeah, you
basically.
gotta,
Then you
and
just
it's
have-
painful.
And your dick's just growing hair in weird places all over.
It's just
I-
getting a real hairy
It's coming out
shaft. Yeah.
You have it like a shampoo, Ryan, because I remember when I showered at your
Yeah.
apartment, I used
I have a shampoo
Is
that I
it?
use.
I use the Try Not to Go Bald shampoo.
Well, it's thick. It thickens your hair. It doesn't.
I know, and it felt weird, and I was
Yeah.
very self-conscious because of my hair at the show, because it just was like
It
it,
didn't feel
it didn't
luxurious.
feel
Thick,
like
dude.
right,
Yeah.
you know. And
you
I was
have
like,
light
"What's
hair,
wrong?"
yeah.
Yeah, I got light hair, and I was like, "What's going on with my hair?" And you're like, and I used your bald shampoo.
Yeah. Well, okay, it's not bald shampoo. I had like a
It
quarter
says
life
try not.
crisis.
It says try not to go bald on the bottle.
I think
it
I
says
mistaked.
try your best not to go bald, dude.
And it's
Try.
$700.
No, it's not. It's like 20
Isn't
bucks.
Rogaine really expensive?
No, Rogaine, dude, like the foam is like, I think it's like $50 for like a 4-pack, and that lasts like months.
Oh, okay. All right.
But yeah, I had like, I think I mistaked my colic like in the back for like a bald spot when I was like 27 or 28.
Yeah.
And so I just
remember
bought
this.
like a bunch of shit, and now I'm pretty sure I have to keep taking all that stuff.
Yeah,
Because if you
you're
if you stop taking Rogaine, I think all your hair just
No, that's
Poofs.
Propecia.
Is it?
Oh,
Is
really?
it like chapstick? Like when you use chapstick, your lips get more dry.
Yeah. So then you have to keep
So then you
buying
keep
it.
using the
know?
day-
that means you're using
and-
bad chapstick. You shouldn't
That's
use
true.
Burt's Bees, by the way. Apparently, I can't tell you
Not
why,
Burt's
but
Bees because it's not vegan.
well, my girlfriend
Really?
told me there's some bad
No.
chemical in there or something,
Ah.
and then she was like, "Use this."
It's the Burt's.
But can I be honest with you?
It's not
It's
vegan.
the
Burt's
It's-
is
we
the
know it's
bad
not the
part.
bees.
The bees. I mean, that's just that's from the honey, whatever. That's
Yeah.
natural. But the Burt's, that's you don't even know what that
I love when
guy's
we
got
start
going
Burt's been
on.
doing.
When we start talking about chemicals, because we're every single time we enter the discussion, we're just one step away from being like, yeah, that was a bad
I mean,
chemical.
this is like
I
the
think.
third product that you've been like, well, yeah, it does something to your baby. I don't know what it is though,
Yeah.
but I heard it. So,
Yeah. Well, that's the problem. Is I learn a lot of information, but I'm not smart enough to retain all of the
All of it.
information.
Like,
so
I
I
know
just
the
retain.
headline and that's it.
I retain that does something bad.
It goes
and I
into
can't
like
tell you
a-
why.
It goes into
Yeah.
just like a holding tank, so all of it can get explained.
I hold it
like,
in my stomach. It's not even in my brain. It's just in my
Yeah.
stomach.
I have a
Can't
lot of
get to
food.
it. It's in your cum, probably.
And I ain't sucking myself off to tell you guys all about this.
I have a lot of like food science facts wrong and all jumbled up in my brain
That makes
because
sense.
I think there's like a lot of I think there's like a lot of corporate interest in pushing out certain foods and selling certain products, and I know that to be true because that's why they were like
That one, yeah.
milk.
Because that's the part I
Yeah,
remember.
because businesses like to make money. Is that,
Yeah,
is that
well,
what
yeah,
you
well,
just
because
said?
that's why through like the 50s up until like 2012, they're like having 3 glasses of whole milk a day is probably the healthiest thing a guy could do to himself.
I have a joke about everybody having IBS now. And
Yeah.
that, like, because
I'd
of the
be
Got
shitting.
Milk campaign, like, that's why we were like, oh, we're supposed to drink milk, okay? And now everyone is lactose intolerant.
Yeah.
Did you guys grow?
Everyone's
grow
like,
up-
I have generational I have like a generational allergy gene because of
because of the
that I'm
fifties,
passing
because
down
of how much
because
milk
of my
everyone-
grandma.
Yeah, because of Madman. Because some
Did-
madman who was like,
Did everybody
because
here
some
grow
some
up?
food pyramid in
drinking
the
milk?
50s.
I
I'm
never
sorry, what's up,
drank
Grant?
it.
I'm just wondering if all of us drank milk growing up.
I had
like-
it in cereal, but I hated, like, I don't know why.
Okay.
I just don't like the taste.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I never just, like, drank it. My dad did, though.
Yeah.
And, like, he had, my father,
Mm-hmm.
it turns out he's a stoner. I didn't know that at the time,
Okay.
but, like, I think he was just high most of the time. Very good father, don't worry. But he would have, like, a full sleeve of Oreos and, like, a pint of milk, like, every night.
every night.
Like,
Dude,
every
fuck
night.
yeah.
So
Damn.
I would
He's-
have
he's
Oreos and
deleting
milk
a
sometimes, but I
sleeve.
would like put them in there and let it dissolve
Uh-huh.
so that it didn't taste like milk.
Oh,
does that feel validating now that it's like everyone's like, yeah, we shouldn't have even been doing milk?
It is what happens now when every time I hear something or whatever, I'm like, eventually everything I'm doing, they're going to be like, you shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
So I worry about what I'm doing right now.
I can't wait until they're like, actually, vaping extends your life.
Well, they will. Well, that was
it's
the
the
whole,
only good
Yeah.
thing you can do.
that was the whole start, right? Was like, oh, it's not smoking.
It's like a
supposed
good
to be better for
alternative,
you,
yeah.
right? And
and now people are kind of like, nah, you should just smoke cigarettes if you're gonna vape.
I'm
Like,
just gonna smoke
Yeah.
electronics. I don't understand how.
God, it's so
I-
awesome, dude.
I remember in school, like grade school, eating like cheese bread for lunch, and then like 3 chocolate milks.
Yeah.
And I was like in 4th grade, like I'm getting very strong and healthy.
I mean, the big dairy really did well, then
Big Dairy, dude. That's what That's what they call me. On stage sometimes. Brother. You know what I mean?
We go on tour. I'm Little Dairy. He's Big Dairy.
And I'm the stinky cheese man.
And Grant's a stinky cheese man. He closes it out.
What's the consensus on eggs though?
Cheese man,
The original Dairy Boys of comedy.
The Dairyland comedians. We go all over Nebraska, Wisconsin, Iowa.
That's it.
That's it. Really. That's 3 states.
not even Minnesota.
In the tri-state area.
We're banned from Minnesota. We said some problematic things
about the dairy industry.
Yeah. What's the consensus on eggs though, you guys?
Oh, eggs
good
are
or bad?
good.
Because
Eggs
I
are
was
good,
reading
brother.
I was reading an article one time that said 1 egg is the equivalent of smoking 1 cigarette, and I swear to God I read that.
How are you
No.
eating these eggs?
Yeah, are you smoking the egg? I love a good
I'm injecting
egg in the
it. I'm injecting it directly into my ball sack. I'm boiling it over a spoon. I'm boiling an egg over with a lighter, and then I
pours
take and
it
I
on
put
his
it.
balls.
Just
And I put it
scrambled
right
eggs.
into my balls, and then I Googled if I should or should not be doing that.
Yeah.
He took a video
And they
that he
said
posted
that's
on
probably-
Ask Reddit. Yeah.
Yeah, and someone was like, "That's probably like smoking a cigarette," and I was like, "Well, what the fuck?"
Yeah.
No, but I actually read an article that said like an egg is as bad as a cigarette, and I was like, "That cannot be true."
Fucking insane.
So I did hear that. I haven't actually heard that, but there's this like spiritual guru food guy, and
Yeah.
he like
Joe Rogan.
gets.
Yeah. No, we're familiar.
I forget his name because I don't retain information either. But he, gets like a message from the universe that says what you should eat and what you shouldn't. And he has like a huge vendetta against eggs.
Damn.
So-
He's just sitting there, and it's like,
I don't know if it stems from him, but I have heard that and there's like no real,
Yeah.
like with him, there's no like, oh, we did this research and this. He's like,
he's kind of
the universe
operating
told
on
me.
like he's operating on like
Vibes.
the Groundhog Day principle.
Yeah.
dude,
of,
I love to imagine this guy like in his underwear, just sitting there meditating. I guess he doesn't need to be in his underwear, but he's meditating.
Whatever you
But
want
let's
to
let's
imagine.
picture him in his underwear.
He's meditating. And
that
it's
makes me
like-
less nervous about.
Yeah,
all
he's
of
in
it.
his underwear. And I'm also in my underwear.
Yeah. Yes.
Now we're all in
Yeah.
our underwear.
Yeah.
We're all meditating.
Yeah, you can see
Okay.
where he's not the best wiper. He's sitting there, and
Are his cheeks spread?
yeah. Well, you can see just like he has his legs
Little
crossed, but you're standing up.
These
and
are
so-
whitey tighties.
Yeah, he's
That's what
wearing.
you're. Got
he's,
it.
yeah.
Okay.
And there's
I'm imagining him in a
And
diaper.
I was gonna say maybe everybody else
He's
is
actually wearing
thinking
a
a different pair of underwear.
So he's
Yeah.
sitting there, he's closing his eyes, and then just from the quiet, everything's silent, and then it's just like McDonald's, eat McDonald's. He's like, we must eat McDonald's.
It was celery juice was like the cure to everything.
Bring the McRib back.
The news. That's how they bring the McRib back. This guy gets a message from the
Yeah.
universe.
That's when it comes back. You can't. Yeah, that's why you can't tell when it's gonna come back.
Bring the Adam and Eve McRib back. Bring the.
It is funny that he's like getting messages from the universe, and it isn't like to be nice or treat people kinder. It's
Yeah.
like do not
don't eat eggs.
Stop
Don't
having
eat
MS
cereal.
MSG.
no cereal for you.
Yeah, but like the people who are really follow him, like eggs for some reason is the worst
Damn.
thing. But I don't know what.
Everybody always says
they
salmon
flip flop.
is-
Eggs flip flop. Like they go from being healthy to unhealthy,
Yeah,
back to healthy.
that's when
back
I've
to
stopped paying
unhealthy.
attention
Yeah.
to because I'm like,
You can't
I'm
trust
just gonna do
science.
what I do with eggs normally.
Yeah.
You just can't trust science.
It's changing all the time.
I saw that one salad is equal to doing 30 years worth of heroin. I saw that.
I saw that too. First,
You saw it first? Okay.
Monica, are you vegan?
No,
Okay,
I'm
never
just
mind.
from Seattle.
Not all lesbians are vegan.
Not all
Tommy.
lesbians are
I'm sorry.
Seattle.
I was like, so you hate like guns and stuff too, right?
You said lesbian in Seattle, and I
Yeah.
know you're from Seattle, and I was like in vegan also
Yeah.
as well. I basically stereotyped you.
Yeah, it's all right. I'm flattered, honestly. I could not be vegan. So, and I also don't drink coffee, so I don't quite fit some of the Seattle stereotypes. But
Damn, do you do any caffeine? How
I do
you-
green tea because
That's
the
like the
universe
healthy.
told me to.
That genuinely seems healthier than coffee.
I'm not good with caffeine anymore. I started having panic attacks. So,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it just green tea is about as much as I can handle.
It's weird how like you get older. I get panic attacks if I smoke weed now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I stopped. It depends on what it is, and I can't smoke very much anymore and stuff. I used to be cool. What the fuck happened?
Well, I feel like
No,
that
the
happens.
best
I know what
time to
happened to me.
Yeah, the
I
best
took
time to smoke
mushrooms
weed
during
is
the
when you're a
George Floyd
child.
protest.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
scary.
And then, no, and me and Tommy were going to, and then Tommy bailed on me. And I took.
I stopped smoking weed at or I still from time to time, but 19 is when I was like, oh, I feel anxious.
This doesn't feel
But
good.
when I was 13 smoking weed, that was awesome because
Yeah.
you're barely even conscious at 13.
Because your brain's not even developed yet, dude. It's
Yeah.
like,
No,
give me some
exactly.
of
That's
that.
why the best time to smoke weed is when you're a child.
Yeah. Yeah. Only children should be able to smoke weed.
No, seriously, drugs are for children.
Those gummies. I mean, I do genuinely. Maybe when I was your age, was just like, I'm good. Like I've done enough drugs and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I don't. There's really no desire. I mean, even with weed, I don't really care to smoke weed. Like I'll do it for shows and stuff. But
Do you
I-
like to
like-
be even keel, kind of, or are you just like.
yeah, I don't want to. Like I want to feel. I get the like numbness of like drinking and weed and stuff, so I understand that because everything is stressful. But otherwise, I don't like. I'm not really having fun when I'm like super fucked up.
Really? I think I just like being louder. I think that's why I drink so much.
I get that's so funny
Yeah.
because I'm really quiet normally, and then when I drink, I don't know that I'm louder. You know? I'm just like, oh, sorry,
Yeah.
I'm not used to this. My
Dude,
bad.
it's so fun being just a problem at the bar. You and your group are just so loud.
You and your other bald friends are just yeah.
Monica's like, yeah, I just like to feel all my emotions and be present. And you're like, I want to be loud as I can. I would like to be as loud as I
I
can.
want to be
at the-
loud and wrong.
Yeah, and then I get really loud, and I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry I was so emotional last time. That's the one emotion I have.
I used
is
to love
loud.
doing mushrooms and stuff, and I've done most of the things you don't need a needle for.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's like no real desire for it anymore.
I've
only injected eggs into me.
into your balls.
That's the only needle drug
directly into
you've
my
used.
ball. Did you get a little party mode at your Eau Claire show, Ryan?
Yeah. We were.
Yeah.
We ended up
You
staying.
were
We were
rowdy?
gonna stay the night, and then Eau Claire. There's something about Eau Claire that just you
That's
get really
in
fucked up
Wisconsin?
It's in
Yeah.
Wisconsin.
It's like an hour and a half. Actually, the next time you're here, they do
Yeah.
so they have a show in Chippewa Falls on Wednesday. That one's like that room's not great, but the Thursday show in Eau Claire is like it's really good.
Okay.
That one you'd have a lot of fun at.
Yeah.
In Eau Claire.
In Eau
Plus.
Claire, yeah.
Oh yeah. You should-
So yeah, thank you to everyone who came out to those shows, and then we got really fucked up.
Nice.
We were
I
up
feel
to
like that's
6.
what Wisconsin does to you.
It's like we were talking about this the other night, right? It's
Yeah.
like Wisconsin, North
yeah, when I
Dakota.
was in La Crosse. Yeah.
I've said this like many times, but it truly has like the best beer guzzling drinking culture in the world.
Speaking
I
of
think.
seeing something and not really reading into it, but they did some like the drunkest counties in the country or whatever, and like he's standing in front of the map or whatever, you know, it's like the background, and there's like nothing on the whole country, and I was like, what the hell? And then he moves, and it's just Wisconsin. Like
Yeah,
all
yeah.
of the top counties
Yes.
were in like for drunkenness. I
Well,
guess.
and, dude, a lot of those
We're in
cities
one
are
area.
like little college towns too, where it's
Yep.
like, yeah, no, everything is just on this strip, and we're
And
just,
every
Yeah.
bar looks the same, and there's like the oldest, drunkest guy you've ever seen, and like a 19-year-old freshman
Yeah.
group of
Yeah.
like,
And it
Because there's not that many options.
and it's 11 in the morning too. In this scenario.
and they're all drinking Bloody Marys.
Yeah.
It's,
Fargo's like that too. We did Fargo
Yes, we
together.
did
and
Fargo
that's-
together.
Fargo is a good
I was
drinking town
just
as well.
in Fargo for Halloween like that
Nice.
weekend. Oh my god.
That might be the
Yeah,
best
they go
like,
crazy
party
there.
city in America.
They're- I mean, they were
come on.
hammered.
I'm serious.
But they're
I
also-
genuinely
Were you
believe
doing-
that.
It was
Were you
like
doing Front Street?
13 degrees or something. Like it was snowing and
Yeah.
stuff,
Yeah.
and they're still in their like little
Yeah.
Halloween costumes.
Yeah.
I was like, "What the fuck is wrong?" And that was another moment where I'm like, I just don't have this in me
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna go turn to my hotel room, heat up to 80, and I'll be inside.
Monica, were you doing Front Street?
No, I
Tap room?
did
The cellar?
bosses.
How is bosses?
Bosses.
Felt similar, honestly, to
Really?
the other one. Yeah,
Okay.
it's an odd setup. I like the cellar better once you're in the room
Yeah.
because so it's downstairs too, and like
I've-
you know,
yeah.
But like they don't
Oh,
have
yeah.
it set up for comedy very well, so it's like these stairs that are like fully
Yeah.
lit, and then they turned off all the lights where like you couldn't see anything. There wasn't like candles on the table or anything, so it was just like pitch black in this area, but then you could see the stairs, and then they have these little
so
lights,
like literally just
like,
a basement.
Yeah.
Like it. Okay.
And I was like, someone's gonna die trying to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
But it was, I mean, there was people there and good
That was
audience. and
Halloween.
stuff. And
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So
Did Ryan? Did you ever have like because you grew up a little bit you grew up in Wisconsin, or went to high school in Chippewa? Did you ever have like I remember like my grandpa buying me like a beer when I was like 13.
Yeah, dude, you can just like as a small child, you can just like go to any bar too, and like your dad
Like,
can just be getting
do you
drunk.
know
It's
that?
fun, yeah.
So weirdly,
It's legal
like,
for an adult to buy their.
do they have to be
it's
your
for a
parent?
guardian to buy
so.
their child alcohol?
But they're not checking.
But in
in
because I
Wisconsin.
think now it's like, well, in other states, I don't know if it's, but supposedly your parents could just give it to you at home, and that was legal. Like they wouldn't get in trouble for it. But I don't. So my mom's from Idaho, really small town in Idaho.
there's like no laws in Idaho. I feel like
and the ones that are, it's scary. Anyways, so I was
only
like,
racist laws.
Yeah, only bad
I
laws.
was like
only bad
5.
rules.
There's no thumbs up for that one. Come on now.
We only follow the bad rules here.
I was like 5 or 6, and my grandfather took me into the tavern just because he wanted to drink, and I don't know what the hell my mom was doing, but so I just was sitting at the bar as like a 6-year-old, like with, and it was just old dudes.
It is
all
kind of fun,
hammered,
though.
What time of day are we talking?
It was like, you'd say like 11 a.m.
It was-
it was
okay,
like
all right.
during the day.
That's
it definitely wasn't.
That's
like
an acceptable time to
midnight
have
or
a
something.
child.
No.
at a bar.
I'm imagining all you guys just like swapping stories at like equal pacing. Like everyone's
I
like,
had a
let me
root
tell you,
beer.
and then you're like spitting like dip in a cup, and you're like, listen, fucking Bill, let me
It's
fucking
fun
tell
when
you.
you're
Let
a
me
little
tell
kid at
you
the bar.
something.
We're not doing this again, Bill. Fuck off.
It's fun. You
Yeah,
get to
we're
fuck around with like the pool table and stuff,
Yep.
and then
Yep.
you know your grandpa's like talking to his buddies, and you're just like, yeah, I'm gonna go like just be unsupervised for a little bit, I guess. At the Plus, at like 11 p.m. there's like a 6-year-old kid just running around. I was like, he was like,
That I worry about because I'm like, I know you need a bedtime.
He was
You're
like,
gonna be
what?
an asshole in the
Yeah.
morning.
he was like
and-
laying on the floor, and I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, he's like, I
The
need to go to
bar
bed.
floor,
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
dude, that's crazy.
Shout out
That
to
crosses a line
also,
even
dude,
for Wisconsin.
They had this painting in the green room that was like a chick's ass. It was like a Renaissance
Since when does
painting.
the Plus have a green room?
They have one now.
What?
And I went down there
So your
and
kids
That's
can
the plus.
sleep.
That's what the plus stands for.
it was just like a
the
woman
add-on.
facing away and like her full body and then like big ass on the lady. And I have this joke about like how my mom's got like huge tits. And I pulled the painting out on stage and I was like, I'm selling this. This is my
brought
mom's
the
ass. I'm selling this for $100 after the show. I will sign either cheek. And then I was like, I am selling this. And like I got off stage after my set and
somebody try and buy it?
somebody came up to me and was like, that painting's actually really special. We're gonna need to take that.
Please don't.
Because I asked Colin, I was like, can I sell it? And he was like, yeah, dude, sell it. And then
It was really special. He's like, that's actually my mom. So
I painted that.
oh fuck, dude. Yeah, somebody came and took it away from me. And I thought I was like,
you're like, look, it's Wisconsin. I'm hammered, so I'm not going to make good choices.
I'm running
right
the
now.
bar
Yeah.
currently.
I don't know this, but I'm gonna be up until 6 a.m. So
Oh God.
yeah, dude, we went to bed at like 6 and then left at 9 a.m. and I was good driving. Driving home, I was like,
that
I was
sounds like a dubious.
Driving home, I was
good
like-
at driving.
I was like, I feel great. And then like as soon as I got out of the car, I was like, I am so dizzy. And
Yeah.
I just I had a really bad headache. Can you imagine that?
Yeah, that's weird.
Weird. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
The hell?
Yeah, I was going
What
boy.
could that be
I was
from?
going goblin mode.
I had one of those recently where I was just like, you get hungover in like the middle of the day the next day,
Yeah.
and that's not because
Man,
you
I,
wake
like,
up
stay
and
hungover too.
you wake up and you're just like, I feel great. It's almost
You're
like I
still
didn't
drunk,
drink 14
you know?
beers last
Yeah,
night.
exactly.
Dude, also, yeah, the hotel
And then
room.
about 1 p.m.
Waking
you're
up
like,
drunk and just being like, awesome.
Dude, also,
You're like, did I just figure it
I
out?
love
Oh,
like
shit.
Yeah, like,
dude.
wow, I don't get hungover anymore.
Well, time to drive my car.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
Time
we
to
woke
drive
up,
2 hours home.
dude. We brought like I don't know, like we had like 12 or 15 people just like in the hotel room. And then like we had like a bunch of beer. So like I woke up and it's just like 40 beer cans like spread all over the room. And I was like, what the fuck? Dude. Imagine like being like the cleaning person. You're just like, dude, what?
I feel like they're pretty.
You're like leaving the hotel.
That's like a
I've
normal
seen
day.
some
That's also
crazy
a
You're going to the
Wisconsin
front
hotel,
desk and you're
yeah.
like, I just want you guys to know that was all me in there last night.
Did not have anyone else in there.
I didn't have anyone
Normally
in there.
I don't turn my keys in,
I'm
but
built
I
like
wanted
that.
to look you in the eye and tell you that.
I just want you to know I'm built like that, dude.
And I'm leaving at 9 a.m. I'm leaving an hour
I'm
before
gonna go drive
I
home
need
now.
to.
Yeah.
I want you to know I'm straight up fucked up. Okay? I'm a fucked up
I
guy.
drank 40 IPAs last night.
Yeah.
God.
Well, dude, and
I
then-
do this every night, okay? And I yell at the
I
front
just
desk
stay
about it in the
drunk.
morning.
Yeah, that's what-
Also, I told Miranda because I was like, we got there and I was like, yeah, I don't think we're gonna stay the night because I told her like beforehand. I was
told her
like,
you're coming home.
Stop. You
Ryan
gotta
always-
stop doing
well, I
this.
was like, I told her I was like, we might stay if we want to get fucked up. We'll stay because there's a hotel. Otherwise, probably come back. And then like we get there and I was like, yeah, I don't know, we'll probably come back. And then like
Monica.
2 hours later, I called her and I was just like, I was like, hey, yeah, I think
everything I said was
yeah,
wrong.
I think we're not. I'm not coming back.
Ryan's been doing this thing where every weekend he's been telling his girlfriend he'll be home by like 10 p.m.
I'll be like, yeah, I'll be home by 10:30, and then like,
but then he just
she'll
does
text
comedy
me, she'll
and
like text
hangs
me at
out.
like 11, and she's like, still gonna be home by 10:30. I'm like, I don't think
She's
so.
Getting used
actually.
to it at least.
Well, but
yeah.
I need to get better.
You
Yeah.
just have to start saying we're spending the night, and then it's a nice surprise if you don't.
Yes,
right?
that's
it
what.
works.
That is how
completely
you
in the
catch
other
people
direction.
cheating, though. So be careful with that. Have you ever seen any rom-com ever? Just don't come home early. It turns out. 'Cause
Oh,
they're
really?
always yes. It's like
I don't think-
the beginning of every sad movie or whatever.
Yeah.
Wedding Crashers is it Wedding Crashers? No, Old School.
Yeah.
And you know,
Oh,
like
catching
he
the other
comes home.
person.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
comes home early and then she's sleeping with somebody.
Cheating.
else.
I would be pretty surprised
Old
if she
school.
cheated on me. I feel like
That's how old school starts.
You're, yeah.
Maybe that's you. This is how you
But,
go. You
dude,
keep saying you're going to be
also,
home at
we
10:30,
stayed
but
up-
don't come home. Then you can't plan ahead.
We were up till when I was in town doing 10,000 laps. We stayed up till like 5:30,
6 in the morning.
6 in the
Dude,
morning.
I got
You know,
back.
just
Yeah.
But
That
no,
was
no,
tough.
But also I remember it's like 4:30 in the morning, and Ryan checks his phone. He's like, "Damn, I told my girlfriend I'd be home 8 hours ago."
Then I took an Uber home, and the Uber driver told me you just got to be quiet, man.
Like when you go in or in
No,
the
like
car.
we were talking, and then he would say something, and I would say something, then he was saying a little less, and then I was saying a little more, and then he didn't say anything. Then I
He's like,
talked.
please stop talking.
I talked for a while, and then he's like, I'm in the back seat, and he looks at me in the rear view, and he's like, he goes, you just got to be quiet, man. And then he turned his music up, and I was like, drunk, just like looking out the window, like that was fucking mean. Like, I thought we were having like
What
a
did
good
you
conversation.
say?
I
Did
didn't
you
even
say
say
something
anything
fucked
that.
up?
No, we were talking about the airport. I don't know what I could have
You're
said.
now
Maybe
the
he loves the
reason
airport.
that
He
Uber
does like the
Uber
airport.
has a thing where they can like request the passenger be quiet.
They do?
You know,
Do
how
they
you
have
can-
that?
They have it the other way where
Oh,
you can be
yeah.
like, yeah, I don't want to talk.
I heard
but
after you, Ryan, every Uber car they're building a limousine style window
You
now
just
between
put it up.
the driver where they go. Zzz,
That's not going to stop
just-
me, dude. If I want to talk to him, I'll figure out a way. I'll roll my window down and then put your head
They're
around
building-
the side. So I was saying
about the airport.
So those Boeing 757s are fucking crazy.
Getting louder.
Yeah.
I think the move is you go, hey, I'm gonna be home at like it might be a late night, might be home at 12:30, or
Yeah.
in this case, you go, we're staying overnight, and then if you decide not to, then you get to send the fucking hero text of being like, hey, on my way home.
On my way.
Yeah, I don't think she's like excited though when I'm coming home. I think she's just like, great, you're gonna be like drunk and then get the dog riled up, you know? Because like she's
You're
asleep
making a lot
when
of
I come
assumptions,
home.
though. Like I
Also,
feel like
this
that's a
seems like
better.
a lot of this is you.
Oh yeah, I get like a little drunk. I get home.
Monica.
She's asleep on the couch.
Ryan could not be the problem. And
I'm like, I come home. I get the dog riled up. I'm touching the cat's bellies. They hate that. And then
They start fighting each other.
And then I try to tell her all about my set.
Oh God, I do that too though. But it's my wife. So she was a server at a comedy club.
Hell yeah.
Which I didn't date the wait staff before. This was the first one, and I married her, so whatever.
Yeah.
But so she understands like the timing of it, and like when the show's over, and if I'm doing merch and stuff. Like she always is like, I'll be like, oh, I'll be home at 10:30, and she'll be like, no, it'll be 11:30. Like, she is better about that than I am.
Mm-hmm.
But when I come home, she will already be asleep, and then if she wakes up, I'll be like, do you want to hear about it? She's like, not really, but you can tell me anyways. I'm like, all right.
Dude.
Like, don't.
You have so much. Your energy is so much better than mine because I come back with rascal energy. You know,
Yeah,
where I'm
I got a lower. Once I get in the house, then I can.
I'm like trying to
Calm
tickle
down.
her. That's not good.
See,
Dude.
for me,
Did
Did you meet
I
your
get-
wife while you were doing a set?
No. Her.
And you came up to her and you're like, pretty fucking
was great,
good stuff,
right?
huh?
I'm sure you were not paying attention to your job. No. She was best friends with my college agent who worked for the club chain. And then, so we started hanging out that way. I knew, like, I had seen her before as a server. She had worked there for a long time, but we had never really, like, talked. So she knew who I was, and then I knew that she was cute. That was pretty much it.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Nice.
And our
Sick.
knees touched, and now we're married.
Dude, it all starts with the knee touch.
Hell yeah.
Nobody moved. Nobody moved.
One knee touch and you go, oh God.
Well, I
Oh shit,
knew-
oh shit, it's
mean,
going
I'm
down.
sure you guys, when you're interested in a lady, you're like, oh, is she interested or not? You know, for
Yeah.
me, I was like, I don't know if she's gay or not.
Yeah.
So she,
Yeah.
and wasn't before.
Yeah. So you're
No
giving
way.
us.
I love straight women.
Wow.
Anyways,
And now you guys have a kid.
well, she already had that, so
Yeah.
Mm.
came as a package. But that was also why it was confusing a little bit. You know?
Yeah.
Clearly, she had had a child with a man, but
Nice.
That's crazy. You just
piece of
assume
shit, so it worked out.
That's yeah.
Yeah, but
got
I'm
it.
really bad with like signals and stuff, and so she we hung out one night, got drunk. She like brings me a shot and goes, "You're staying at my apartment." I was like, "Okay, you know, whatever."
Very very
and
straight
I was like,
move.
"She's trying to be safe.
Uh-huh.
She doesn't want me to drive, you know."
Yeah.
So then she got me drunk so that I couldn't drive. I don't know. And then we like held hands under the blanket, but I was like, drunk girls do stuff all the time. Like, I don't know, you know, and I was trying to, so I was just like staring forward the whole time because I didn't want to be weird. I don't know what's happening. And then towards the end of the night, she was like, okay, you can like sleep over there in that room. There's an extra bed, or you can stay on the couch. You can sleep in my bed if you want or whatever. And like, very.
She said you can sleep in my bed.
And I was
You're like,
like,
I'll take bed.
which
I'll take snuggling with you.
I think what
top
happened,
bunk, please.
yeah,
Try
which
and
is
not-
what
try
I do.
and
I
not to
stayed in
be.
the other room with like my feet in my agent's face, but I didn't want to be. I don't know. I think there was a subconscious part that was like, I do really like this person, and if we just hook up, that probably wouldn't be good in the long run. And so I chose to stay in the other room. And then like later that week, she was like, hey, I'm like flirting with you. And I was like, I thought so. I didn't know. And she was like, can we go on a date? I would like to. And I was like, yes. Okay.
Oh,
so she had to like tell me
Oh yeah.
because I don't want to make anybody feel weird.
So you like really turned her. Like,
Well, I
You
get
really,
you got her
that's
to
crazy.
ask you out.
Yeah.
You got
That's
her.
what-
You based off vibes. Just I'm lesbian.
yeah.
Playing hard to get.
Which is funny because, you know, I identify as bisexual, but I'm a monogamous person, so it doesn't really come up anymore. And she, though, is like, no, I'm gay. Like, she goes back through things and is like, oh, no, I, like, never felt comfortable or was, you know, before. And just took her a little bit longer, I think.
Yeah.
Or
That'd be crazy if
Yeah.
someone had like the opposite, where it's like, yeah, I had sex with so many guys,
and then you're like, I just don't feel comfortable.
this isn't for me.
that, I mean,
this
that
is
must have happened, right? Like at the or no? Like is it just
I don't know.
repression
I
in
think it's,
society or like?
Well, because for me, it was like that isn't such a thing anymore. I think it's easier for people to kind of be out and understand fully the
And it
spectrum
hasn't
of
been
their
that long
sexuality.
though,
Yeah.
right?
But it
It's
wasn't
not-
like that
hasn't
for
been
me.
long enough
I was
so that like
yeah, I was very like I don't want anyone to know, and like I was with men mostly, you know, and then was with a woman and then was like, okay, I'm gay, right? And then when we broke up, I was like, wait, no, I'm like, you know, so it took a long time of like going through it. And when you don't feel like you can, I don't know how you would get to like the full spectrum of what your sexuality is. So part of me is bitter that these kids are out here, you know, just living their lives. But
like it kind of doesn't matter. It's like you can just be anything.
we were talking about the other day because my son is like super supportive. He's always been great about it. Doesn't really faze him. And he's like very proud of us, which is cute. And so like go to Pride and then he's 10.
Cool.
And he gets like his little rainbow wristband and like he wants to wear it to school and stuff. And I'm like, there's still that part of me that's like, take that gay shit off. You're gonna get beat up, you know. But that's not how. Like, he gets bullied for other stuff. No one ever says like, you have way too many moms, you know. Like that's so.
Yeah.
So yeah, a little bit.
He gets bullied for his personality.
Yeah, it's just
the way
it's
it
like,
should
kids
be.
talk less, please. That's like,
Kids are getting better at bullying. They're not calling each other gay anymore. They're just like, I don't like the way you pronounce things. It's like, Jesus Christ, fuck.
yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
I maybe I should apologize then to other bisexual people because I get really annoyed when a woman who is married to a man like still comes out as bi or whatever, and I'm like, you don't have to do that though. Like, people don't have to be mean to you and stuff. But in reality, I'm like, I'm glad you feel comfortable and that's great. But I just know so many people who married guys because they were, you know, they felt like that's what they should do and still had to, you know, not be happy and maybe end up divorced and whatever. And so then you get these women who are still ending up in the one that isn't supposed to be bad. And they're like, but I would like you to judge me anyways. And I shouldn't let that bother me, but it does bother me.
No, yeah, bi women, especially, I mean, I live in Brooklyn, so bi women love to like date like a guy and they'll be like, yeah, my boyfriend's like a little gay. And it's just a guy with like nice pants. You know?
It is. If you
It's
dress
fully
nice, you're like,
it's
oh, you're
fully
probably gay.
Yeah, it's just a guy who has Doc Marten shoes, you know?
Which, like, I've always felt worse for bisexual men because that's far more of a stigma than, like, bi women, especially if you're, like, more feminine presenting. They're like, cool, make out or whatever, you know? Like, even with my wife, like, we are adults. People would be like, can we watch? I'm like, oh my God, get the fuck. Like, what a terrible thing. You know, but no guys actually being honest about his sexuality. And he's like, oh yeah, you know, I've been with men. And they're like, oh, can we watch you guys make out? Like, no.
Kiss a dude right now.
Just prove it.
Damn, that's, that I don't think, dude, I was watching like a TikTok of like this first off, why am I watching TikTok and I just have to see like a 14-year-old have an opinion? That's like an insane
That's the worst part.
that's like an insane thing that I'm experiencing already as an adult, where I'm like, I'm gonna go on TikTok and watch basketball videos, and then a 14-year-old's like, I'm demisexual, and then I gotta like Google what demisexual is.
Yeah, as a part of like being a part of the LGBTQ plus community, I don't know all the terms. Like, we've had to Google it and stuff a lot because I'm like, and I'll be honest, I know it's whatever. I will gladly respect your pronouns in anything. Like, that doesn't bother me at all. But I do, like, I'm running out of space to remember everything.
Yeah, dude, you don't have to be totally educated.
You got
about
all
everything,
you got all
know?
this egg knowledge.
Yeah,
it's
Rogaines
food
really
science. Like, I read somewhere that it's
Acknowledge.
bad to say that, you know.
Yeah.
What is
It's like, I think these foods are
demisexual?
healthy for you, and
remember
I
that
think
one.
I'm not
I do
supposed to do something or
What's,
whatever.
Tommy, what is demisexual?
Isn't that
I've
when
heard
you're
of a
like-
demi-glaze.
you're like-
I've heard of a demi-moore.
You're only attracted to.
Demisexual.
You're only attracted to Demi.
Aren't you only attracted to people who you're like in
Is
love
she?
with or some
No,
shit?
but she's been bald.
Yeah, it's kind of, it's a little silly.
It's like intimacy
Because-
thing. It's like you have to have like an intimate connection with someone to like.
Yeah,
Well, that
which is
seems-
very funny that we had to
Yeah.
put a label on.
I like being in
I
love.
like to have sex with people who I like.
Who I like, I can't just.
Yeah.
So the thing about me is I'm a little
Well, here's the
different.
thing.
I'm a little built different. I actually like to have sex with people who I'm attracted
Yeah,
to.
don't get me
I
wrong.
didn't
I
know
thought
queer.
I thought Hitler was really hot, but I kind of hate that
But
guy.
I just
so I
just don't
Yeah.
like him at all.
Yeah.
So we just wouldn't work as
Yeah.
partners, and that makes me queer coded with the sauce, baby.
Yeah, so it says it's halfway between being sexual and asexual, and so you don't feel the primary attraction, which would just be the physical part. You're more into the secondary attraction, which would be the intimate.
What's the
wanting to be.
opposite of that?
you're.
I
I mean,
think
but you
something
have
really-
to come out and be like, I'm sexual.
Yeah,
You know,
I-
like I don't know.
what can I say? I like big tits and ass.
What's your sexuality? Sex.
Yeah, just like having sex. Having sex bad. What's that? What's that
Bad
when you like
style.
having,
Like
yeah,
having
sex bad style?
Being not good at it.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's something really masculine about like a bisexual guy because he's like, I will fuck anything, dude. And it's like, oh wow, okay,
Yeah.
dude.
Okay,
Like I'm
yeah,
crazy
I could
like
see
that. You
'Cause,
know,
you know, my gay male friends are far more like sexually active than my lesbian friends.
Yeah.
Just that's just like a. I mean,
Dude, also
it's a
gay guys get
stereotype of guy.
buff, dude.
Yeah.
Gay guys get like,
Whatever
they
their
look like
thing
superheroes.
Is, yeah.
That is true.
Gay guys are like, it's so funny. I think the celebrities that women like lust after the most, I'm like, yeah, he's a gay guy. Which is great.
100% is
Yeah.
a gay man.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Which is, I don't know.
Mhm.
Straight
Yeah.
guys could probably step it up a bit.
Oh, we can easily could.
Step it up a lot, I
Yeah,
think.
dude.
Like,
dude,
there's
it
a
is
lot
the
of room.
Dude, we're
It
all
is-
so frumpy. Straight guys are just frumpy dudes that haven't showered in a day, you know?
It is just like the prime time to be like just like a skinny dude in Brooklyn who's like so average, and women are like, that's awesome. I'm like, cool.
You're like, great.
Sure. It is like
It does
an
seem
era right
different
now
now,
is
yeah.
happening for like weird guys, for like weird straight guys in
Yeah.
Brooklyn.
Well, then
It's a
you're in the
beautiful.
right
It's a beautiful.
place.
It's a
Yeah.
beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then I go to like Fargo. I'm doing a bit about this on stage a little bit, but like I'll do comedy in Fargo, and it's like it doesn't. I'll try to like talk to women and like at a bar after a show, and they're like, what are you like? No,
Like, did we go to high school
Like-
together? You look like everybody else here.
yeah, and I'm like, I'm 27, and they're like, all right, you're not like 19, and I'm like, this works in New York. You're not gonna believe it, so you know, yeah, man.
It is true. You
Fucking
can be
sweet.
You can just be like a fucking goofy looking man in Brooklyn, and
Dude, you
the,
were
the,
you
the
were
mismatched
when you were
couples
visiting.
walking down the street there. It's
Oh yeah.
absurd.
Yeah, it's always the most mid-looking guy and the most beautiful woman you've ever seen.
Yeah, it's a guy who looks like Smeagol, and then like
I do always.
a woman with a
like
who
if
makes $1
Smeagol got
million
with one of the
on
elves.
OnlyFans.
Yeah.
I've
Like-
always thought that was very popular in the 90s and early 2000s as well. Was like if you would go out to a club, and it still happened, I guess, later 2000s, but it would be like the ladies in like, these nice short dresses or whatever, and the guy is just like in sweatpants. And I'm like,
Dude,
why don't
guys
you-
wear
what the fuck?
sweatpants going out.
Yeah.
There's like
There's
these
been
like
a lot
nicer.
of sweatpants on stage lately. I don't know. Are you doing that?
Yeah.
Are you guys doing that?
I don't do sweatpants. I do.
I don't do
I'll do running
sweatpants or
shorts.
shorts.
I do shorts.
Yeah.
I do shorts
in the summer. In the
Yeah.
summer, I'll do shorts on stage. I'll do
That doesn't
some
bother
running
me
shorts.
as much, but like just because I want to wear sweatpants all the time.
Well, here's the
Yeah.
thing.
I say go for it.
I
And
was
not-
tempted the
do
other
put
day.
makeup on and
I think
stuff,
they need
but
to
it's
be
like-
they need to be like, if you're gonna do
They
it,
gotta
they
be
need to be
nice
like
sweatpants,
joggers or
yeah.
like designer
Yeah.
sweatpants. Because I was about to wear my
Formal
my
sweatpants.
Adidas like the bottoms of the tracksuit on stage, and I feel like that's an acceptable move, right?
Yeah.
Like
maybe, I don't know.
I
Just
don't,
wear
I
the
don't
full
but I
tracksuit.
didn't. But I've done that.
Okay.
Full
like-
tracksuit looks cheap, I think, dude. I'll say
Cheap?
it. I think it looks a little cheap with a full
I mean,
tracksuit.
I like it for like traveling and stuff, because then it's like it's a little bit elevated from just wearing
No,
sweats.
it just looks like you're like on some sports team that you're the only member of, you know?
That doesn't sound cheap at all. That sounds fucking elite, dude. That sounds.
But
sounds like some.
I'm
somebody's-
elite. I am the captain and only player of Team Grant.
I'm coach. Coach.
Yeah, what does it
player.
say?
I'm
What does
coach,
it say
captain,
Grant
I'm
on the
keeping
back of your-
stats.
Pulling
your
a Drew
tracksuit?
Bledsoe, dude. You got the tag hanging off your backpack
Yeah.
with the plastic jersey on it and shit.
You got to stop watching Hard Knocks, dude. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Oh,
I'd say dress how you want.
We didn't even touch on this, but Monica played ball in college, so you
Damn,
know
dude.
what that's all
But-
about.
Yeah, that gives
played
me
basketball?
flashbacks. Yeah, I played basketball in college.
Dude, Monica, I just yesterday, a few days ago, I signed up for a men's basketball league
Nice.
in Brooklyn
In
with some
Brooklyn.
guys, and our first game is tomorrow.
Ooh. How tall are
Gym
you?
refs, I haven't played with since high school with like refs, scoreboard. I'm so stoked.
Yeah.
How tall are
How
you,
tall are
Tony?
you?
6 feet.
6'5". Okay. All right.
I feel like
What's your favorite
every
rec
What- how
league?
tall are
You'll
you?
be fine. I'm 5'6". I was a point guard though. I mean,
I do the same.
Yeah.
All right, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, I mean, yeah, we probably played the same position then. That's if you're 6 foot and I'm, that's fine.
You're guard?
Point guard, yeah.
Every one of my friends who joins an adult league, I mean, just snaps their ACL in half or something. So
that is a big thing
stretch.
for me. I did
what did
some
Silverman
charity games in the last maybe 5 years. And
you played college ball?
Yeah. I played Division I at
awesome.
Seattle University. It was
holy
in the
shit.
WAC.
Oh, so you're fucking awesome.
And my knees just sometimes just like don't push me back up anymore. Like I'll go to get the dive, for the ball kind of thing, and go to grab it and push, and my knee just won't push back. So I just fall. I just fall. Oh, no. And no one's around me. Like it's happened the last times, like the last 2 times I played in those games, which were like, it's like a celebrity charity game. So it was like me and then a bunch of Seahawks players. So it was just huge dudes. Shit. And I just fall out of nowhere.
Woman gets crossed up by DK Metcalf, just trying to go for the ball.
I would set screens on them and stuff because I think it's funny. But yeah, I've always been nervous. Like, okay, if I was actually to play again, I would probably hurt myself. Yeah.
Do you have, because you played college, so you probably did a lot of, did you have any tips? Because my left knee's a little bad because I was playing really hard over the summer and I was trying to dunk again. So I was really trying to push myself to try and dunk. And because I could dunk in high school, but I could, and then I'm kind of poking it in there. But I fucking blew out my left knee. So do you have any I'm not gonna push it, but
you absolutely are, dude.
No, dude, I'm not gonna push it. I'm gonna keep it chill on the court. I'm not gonna try and do anything wild. But do you have any exercises to keep it loose?
Keep it loose. I mean, so when I had knee problems, it's always the muscles around them. Like if you strengthen all the muscles around your knee, then it hurts less. And obviously, it will just rely on those muscles. So the quads and the hamstrings, every time I went to physical therapy for knee stuff, that was almost all the focus was on that quad.
I have it. Did you ever have Oscar Slaughters? Do you know that?
Yeah, and I didn't have it. No, that's usually for people who grow really fast. Did you grow real fast?
Yeah, I grew like a foot in a year.
Did you ever have Oscar Mayer wieners?
In his knees.
and that stuff makes you grow really fast too. I read that in food science. In food science.
Some hot dogs and milk in there. Yeah, you'll be good.
Dog.
Yeah, eating a raw hot dog in a glass of milk. You just got to scarf it.
Yeah, I was scarf it. Wait, I want to send this picture to the group chat. Because I want Monica to see it. This is how I want to show a picture of me on the 7th grade basketball team.
Of Tommy's penis. No, Tommy, no.
Listen, and I've been meaning to do this all episode.
Tommy, no, you bastard.
I've been meaning to send a picture of my penis to you guys all episode, and I just
we do this for every guest.
We do this for every guest. I think that was just
go
a
back
good time.
Through the group chat, and it's just all different photos.
Different angles.
All right, wait, guys, go show Monica this picture of me on the 7th grade basketball team.
Mine's over there. I can grab it.
Hold on. I think it
guys?
just showed up on my.
It popped up on your computer,
but I don't know.
Just end the thing.
Just cancels the whole podcast.
Okay. Wait. How do
Dude, I was the last one.
Same size.
It's still. That's
There just was a picture of my penis.
Look at his little M&M ass,
You
dude.
look okay, Ball.
God, bro.
You little
You
M&M
are
boy.
so much smaller than everyone.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm the last one to hit puberty. Me and all these guys, we were the same size 2 years ago. And then in that picture, they're all 6'2". And
you can tell from the face you're making in the
You
picture.
look like somebody's little brother there.
Dude. Oh my God, dude. Just like a fucking runt. So I basically was that size for 3 more years. and imagine being that size freshman year of high school. Brutal.
I grew.
And then I grew a foot when I was 16.
I grew to this height I think when I was 14 and never grew again. But I weighed less than 100 pounds until I was I think probably that same 14, and then I was 115 for a long time. And when I was in college, that was the biggest thing was eat whatever you want. And then because even when I would start the season at 140.
Also, basketball girls are I mean, we played against the high school girls all the time, and they're like, they're big bodies.
Oh yeah, and
you know,
basketball
really
girls
small.
would. I mean, like,
yeah, like
5,
basketball
6
girls would,
even was short.
Yeah, like big hips. They would like, but they could bully me. I mean, it would sound hard to bully me, but you know what I mean. But yeah, good post stuff. So like, yeah, if you're like 115,
too small. So then I'd start the season at like 140, but by the end of it, just because of how much you work out, I was like 128 and just too. I would just get bounced around in there. I mean, I got hurt. I didn't finish. I played my freshman and sophomore years, but then I broke my ankle and played on it, and it ended my career. But I stayed. My degree's in sports and exercise science, and I stayed with the team. If I didn't do stand up, I would coach. You know, so I was there the whole time. But so at that point, I would like help with practice and like have a pad and like just I would give everything I had to try to knock our post players like off balance in any way. Yeah. It was so fun for me, but they were like, you know, like it just doesn't bother them.
Did you break your ankle playing?
Yeah, but it wasn't like in a game or anything. I was just shooting outside.
I bet your shot's amazing.
Huh?
I bet you have just an amazing shot. You still play?
Great outside shooter, great passer. That's kind of my thing. Yeah. So.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, so R.I.P. to Tommy's lower half. Something's tearing in half down
my
there.
man is coming back.
I'm a little worried, but
Tommy's gonna come back in a full body cast.
Those hip flexors too. That would be important. Do some hip flexor exercise.
Hip flexors.
The only thing he didn't break was his lips,
and his spirit.
That his spirit remains intact.
He still goes to every game. Yeah. It's a hospital bed. Got the IV.
Dude,
I one of those. Friday Night Lights or whatever.
His thumbs are just stuck in the thumbs up position.
Keeps popping up.
I feel great right now.
Dude, senior year I was 6 feet and then 125 pounds.
Oh my god,
string bean.
Or 130 pounds. Like no wonder I could like jam. I could like dunk because there's like
no, you're not lifting much.
There's just nothing to
lift up. All you had to do
up.
was catch the wind correctly and just like.
You know what the craziest thing about?
I just had to have a breeze. I was a sail essentially. A kite. Yeah.
He's taking off from the half court line. And he's gone. We got to stop playing these outdoor high school basketball games, dude. We gotta have the gymnasium built like fully.
A flying squirrel, a fucking sugar glider.
The craziest thing about that is me and Grant also our senior year were 6 foot 125 pounds, and then we got compressed.
Then you shrunk.
Yeah, I fell into a quarry. Came out like this.
Ryan got taken out in the. Ryan got put in one of those like dumpsters where they press a car, you know, down into a box. He got mixed up in one of those.
I was working as a dumpster cleaner. my wingman accidentally turned the machine on while I was inside of it.
Yeah.
A dumpster cleaner is very poetic.
That's the jargon term for the guy who operates the switch while I get in there and do the work.
Wingman,
yeah, my wingman.
Yeah, I'm a janitor. I
was the pilot. I was the pilot. He was the wingman. Yeah, that's.
That's stupid. Okay.
Do we have any listener apologies, or do you guys want to?
No,
do any apologies, any of that type of stuff?
Well, let's just get out. Monica has some. You got a special coming out, right?
Yeah, so I just filmed a special last week, actually, which should take a long time, but it's not going to. It's a holiday special. So I did, Christmas jokes, and nice. So it needs to come out in December, and so yeah, in a couple weeks, and we're just gonna do it on YouTube. I have YouTube memberships, so they can get it ad free and all that stuff first, and then it'll just be on YouTube. Produced it myself and stuff. It looks really fucking good, to be honest. Like, I wish I could, and it went well.
Excited to watch.
Yeah, I did it at a theater where I'm from. Felt appropriate for holiday jokes, and it was just a great crowd. And
hell yeah,
you recorded it last week, you said? Yeah, that's
Saturday.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah,
nice.
So we'll see. Yeah, I've already seen some of it, which is good, and it we decorated everything Christmassy and stuff. Like the set was awesome. And
what's it called?
Jokes for the Holidays.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like instead of Home for the Holidays, you get it.
Love
yeah.
it.
So, but I say it's not wholesome Christmassy. It's still it's not dirty, but I swear a little bit. But I do not show it to kids because we do talk about Santa Claus.
That's going to be a lot of our audience.
Quite a bit.
Yeah, we have a lot of babies who
I
listen to the
this
show.
podcast
We're
with
actually
my
going to need to
children,
stop
so-
recording here for a
And
second.
I'm actually gonna take your special and I'm gonna give it to my friends who are teachers.
Yeah, I haven't played at school.
Substitute
And I'm gonna
teachers.
say
You know
you
what?
better
They
show
would
this
like
to your. I'm gonna say you better show this to your fourth
Thumbs up
graders.
for that one.
And if you don't, I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna get really fucking pissed. Okay,
Perfect.
I'm gonna scream loudly at the grocery store right now.
Yep.
There you go. Perfect.
Mhm. So that's what I'm. So you're saying you don't show it to kids.
I mean,
that's
I'll
fine.
take the
I'm
views.
gonna
I don't
make.
care.
I'm
I just
gonna
think
make
it would
sure
be a
it gets.
weird way to learn that Santa's not real from a stand-up.
Still
comedian,
counts
but
as a full view, you know.
It's true, yeah.
They
And
can't
it's,
take
you
that
know,
away
we
from
don't
you.
really get into it until about halfway through. So that's
good.
you know.
And there's attention spans, you know. Just don't make reels out of it, you know. Don't make reels out of the Santa's fake.
Yeah.
That has to be going around TikTok though. Like
Like
Santa's not real.
See, that's
right?
what I was thinking. Like, because our son is on YouTube, but it's YouTube Kids, you know, which
Dude,
we
that
don't let
would
him do,
be-
but whatever.
I'm gonna make my
like,
whole.
That would be such a good reel to just be like, hey, this one's just for the kids. Parents,
This for the
get out of the room.
kids.
Santa is not fucking real. If you're a
It's your
parent,
mom.
Keep scrolling.
No, make your whole TikTok account being like, guys, again, this is Santa's Not Real Part 15. If this hasn't gotten to your children yet, please get this
Maybe
information
I should
out
do
to
it more
them.
like a true crime, like
Yeah.
is he real? You
Yeah.
know, like we'll do some investigations.
As
be
you
like
can see-
comparing the handwriting and
Yeah.
stuff.
as you can see, it's literally impossible for one person to get all the way around the world in one night.
No, I like the true crime angle because then you can do, all right, part 23, I saw a really big fat guy with a beard. He might be real, okay?
You start to change your mind.
We were in.
Yeah.
I was speaking of college. We were in. We were playing North Dakota, and then South Dakota. Like we were taking a bus in between, and the dude who was driving it, like looked like Santa, but also like had his name changed to Santa Claus. Like he had, so he like
His
showed
legal
us,
name.
showed us his driver's license and stuff.
What?
I remember that trip so vividly because it was snowing like a lot, and we're from Washington or California, you know, whatever. None of my teammates were like from Minnesota.
Sure.
And so I remember falling asleep on the bus and waking up, and it was like white
Like a
out,
blizzard.
and he's
Yeah.
just driving. And I remember my head coach being like, you know, we don't have a game today. Like you
Yeah.
don't need. We're not in a hurry right now. Like you. And he's like, yep, that's fine. And everyone else is like pulling over, and he's
Yeah.
just driving this big ass bus. I mean, obviously we didn't
Yeah.
die, but when I woke up from the nap, I was like, did I die? Because
Yeah.
it was like all
Uh-huh.
white, and I was like,
Is
I
this a
don't.
Jack Frost
Santa Claus
scenario?
is driving.
Well, it is funny
Santa
because
Claus
like
killed us.
even for a guy from the Midwest, that's a dangerous movie. Like
Right?
that's not one of those
Yeah.
things. Of
Dude,
like,
are we on the
I grew
Polar
up-
Express
Maybe,
right now?
yeah, exactly. And I fell
Yeah,
asleep,
that's
and then
what
the
I was
reindeer
gonna say,
took
the
over for
Santa
a while.
guy-
Like, yeah.
The Santa guy's like, we're playing Polar Express University, okay?
it was like
Those
nerve-wracking
guys
once you were
are
awake. I was like, oh,
crazy.
God.
Yeah, it's all reindeer. Yeah, it's all reindeer and elves.
The reindeer power. Let's go.
We're playing the girls' basketball team at the Polar Express College.
It's Polar Express University. Yeah.
Those women can fucking ball, dude.
Cold-hearted, those women.
That's all they do is just. They're used to dribbling a basketball on ice. Their handles are crazy.
Yeah.
Their fundamentals are sound.
Yes. Anyways, all my social media and stuff is just my name, and that's where if you just search Monica Nevi on YouTube.
We'll put the
Just
YouTube.
subscribe,
We'll
you
put
know?
your YouTube link in the episode
Perfect.
descriptions and everything.
There
So
you
go check
go.
out that special. You guys got anything to plug, Tommy, Ryan?
No, check out Monica's special. Show it to your kids.
You can wait till Christmas
Let's
Eve and show it to your children.
Skip to
Dude,
about halfway through.
I'm a
show
Santa-
it to your
Listen,
kids.
I'm a Santa Claus truther. Okay,
Yo, write in.
I'm a Santa Claus truther. I've watched the documentaries. Santa's not real. It's a conspiracy, and we need to get that out to the kids. Okay, so watch Monica's special.
You're being lied to. Yeah.
They're being fucking lied to, man, and you know that's not cool. So
I think it's got to be
get in.
so hard as a parent to just be like, yeah, no, some Santa got this for you. I feel like if I was a parent, I'd be like, I bought this shit, dude.
I always want, like, I want the credit for it.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Well,
Yeah.
I have a theory. I think I've been thinking about this. I think parents should tell kids that Santa's real, even if you're not Christian. I'm seriously.
Especially
I think they
if you're
should
not
say, no, tell your kids Santa's real because it gives them, because then when they find out he's not real, it's like a reality. It's like, oh, I've been lied to, and it's like, yes, this is what life is. You will be continue to be lied to.
Well,
let down.
I've been proselytizing to children. I go, oh, you're Muslim? Well, Christian children have something called Santa Claus, and he gives them
you don't
presents.
Get gifts, that's what.
I was like, this is life. There's going to be a lot of hope and magic, and then it will be taken away from you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And these are the lessons that maybe you should learn.
I'm getting you ready for your first marriage, you little shit. This is what it's gonna be like, dude. All
She's
magic
gonna
and
lie to you too.
And then you find
Life
out
is
it's
magical.
all fucking lies.
Life is magical, and it's all lies. Okay, get on board.
It's not real. Are you feeling good? It's not real. Okay.
Wait till you find out about God.
I have a joke in the special that he doesn't believe in God or something.
That's a good
figured that
joke,
out on his
yeah.
own, but he still really believes in Santa Claus.
That's so funny.
Yeah, it's. I saw some of the material the other night here. It's fucking great. So definitely go check it out. This weekend I'll be at Comedy Corner Underground opening for Chris Higgins. So
Nice.
come out to Comedy Corner Underground if you guys want to see some stand up.
Hell yeah.
Yes. Hell yeah.
Got anything?
No, that's it. I was sitting there with my mouth open. I just like to breathe through my mouth sometimes.
Just wanted to be respectful. Okay.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, thank you, Monica, for doing the podcast.
Thank you for having me. This was fun.
Absolutely.
This was fun.
Yeah. We'll see you guys next week.
Give us an injury report though after you
Tommy.
play.
We'll do an injury report. Well, there's not going to be an injury.
Dude, can we do a sideline?
There'll be. I'll tell you what the report is going to be. It's going to be
surprised if you didn't get injured, so you can still check it.
Tommy, will you take your phone and just do like a sideline report in your voice memos that we can play next episode?
While the game is going on.
Yeah, like you're on the sideline, you just tell us, mid-game check-in. Well, I did fuck up my knee.
I'm so excited to play. I'm going to go buy a new pair of basketball shoes today, right now, and go to the court and do some fundamentals. Okay, run some drills.
Stretch out those hip flexors.
Yeah.
I want to be warmed up for the game, for the big game. This is what being adult's all about. You gotta join a little men's league. Get a little excitement in your life.
Yeah.
Stand-up's not exciting enough. Okay, you gotta spice it up even a little more. All right, yeah. Thanks so much for listening, everybody, and thanks for being on the podcast, Monica.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, peace.